Amazon Basic vacuum cleaner. Let's see what we get in the box. Okay, so this is our big box and we have to get it open to get the vacuum cleaner out of it. So let's see what we got. And we got another box in the box. Okay, ta-dam, ta-dam, and we get our vacuum cleaner. Let's get it out, let's see what we get inside. There's loads of nozzles for it, like really loads. So I honestly think that I'm running out of room here. So we'll get no, I'm gonna show you the details first and then we'll go downstairs and we'll see how the device works. So for the time being, cut! So we'll begin with the pipe. So the pipe is quite long. I don't know what length you prefer, but this one is as long as my arms. It seems to be made from really good quality materials for such a cheap vacuum cleaner. Seems really alright. It has a click-in mechanism with the release button like that. And there's a suction controller here. And a rubber grip on the handle, so that's a good idea. Let's see other elements of the set. So this is the main... Ow. So this is the main brush. With her, I'm really starting to like this set. That's a very good idea. In the vacuum cleaner that I have in my house, in the vacuum cleaner that we have in our house, I really miss this nozzle. So that's probably brilliant for both carpets and flat floors. This is the main telescopic pipe of the device, with a locking mechanism. Seems to be alright. A couple of small nozzles, the narrow nozzle, and a small brushy brush for your, and a medium-sized brush, good for everything. This is the one that I'm missing from my set as well. I'll show you downstairs. And this is probably brush adapter, is it? Yeah, so you can lock them in on the pipe, probably. No, maybe not. Can you? Yeah, you can lock them in like that. And this is the main floor brush, good for both flat surfaces and carpets. Apart from the thick manual, that's it, but the manual is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 languages, in English, French, German, Italian, Spanish and Dutch. So you can read everything about the vacuum cleaner, but the most important part is the filtration system, and we'll have a look at that just before shooting the video downstairs. So this is the main body of the device. It is not the lightest vacuum cleaner, but you know, it has to have a motor inside. But anyways, it is a bagless vacuum cleaner with the... This is the main vacuum chamber. It is a bagless system. This is vacuum cleaner made for Amazon, probably by a third party. But the idea is that you're not using bags. You just release the waste from the container and you're done, more or less. You have to clean it periodically. There's a filter here that you would have to change from time to time. I'm wondering if you can get replacement for it, and you can clean this part as well. It is detachable, so you can wash it and use your vacuum cleaner hopefully for ages. We'll see whether it's strong enough to take everything, and we have this tiny filter here. But anyways, I'm gonna show you the details later on. One more thing. So there's probably HEPA filter in the very back of the device. How do you remove it? Well, you just remove it like that. and the cord is automatically reeled into the device with a push of a button, and the other button is the on and off button. So it's time to get the device running, and just one more second. So it promises 700 watts. Let's see. Let's see if it's enough to perform day-to-day vacuum cleaning. Anyways, cut to the next.
As I promised, a quick but detailed look on all of the elements of the set. Here is our small brush nozzle, good for your chair, car, beds and stuff like that. Should be good for spiderweb in the corners as well. This is the most useful nozzle, in my less than humble opinion. Very versatile and usable for most type of vacuuming jobs. The third one is narrow nozzle for slits and corners that everyone has at home or in a car. There is a designated holder for all of the small brushes, so you can just plug them in and attach them to your main metal suction pipe. The wide brushed nozzle should do perfect job on large flat surfaces, ideal for kitchens and bathrooms. Light and simple, this is the one I miss most in my Vax set that I reviewed a number of years ago. Just check the link above if you want to watch it. The main universal nozzle with expandable brush and a set of wheels, as it is quite heavy, so the wheels are a must. Seems to be made from good quality materials and should do the job if you like working with this one. With a click of a lever you can toggle between carpet and flat floor mode. Suction pipe rotates a bit, so you should be able to perform these flexible moves, if you know what I mean. The main telescopic pipe is made probably from steel with nice shiny chrome layer on the top. Seems to be strong and has adjustable length with a click-in control lock. Details of the main flexible suction pipe are made with precision and attention to detail. Just check the rubber details that are really sweet, especially in a vacuum cleaner in this very price range. Pipe to vacuum connector has a click-in lock, but you will probably click it only once. The main body of the vacuum cleaner is shiny and seems to be made from good quality ABS plastic. All of the elements fit properly and do look impressive. And please remember that this is one of the cheapest vacuum cleaners I could have got on Amazon. Behind the cyclone chamber there is a tiny foam filter. In my vacuum cleaner it is a bit bigger, but this one should do the job. In the back of the device you will find single-stage HEPA filter that in my opinion is not the best filter in the world. But again, this is a cheap device. I hope that there are some options online to get a better replacement for it. This is not a complicated device, so there are two control buttons on top of it, one for reading the power cord and the second one to turn the device on and off. The cyclone container is quite small and the locks on it seem to be a bit fragile, but please remember the price. You can open it from both sides. Top cover contains sponge and HEPA filter. Bottom cover can be opened when you want to empty the cyclone container. You will be able to remove the cyclone creating element from the top cover to clean it and wash it whenever you want to. All of the elements of the cyclone container seems to be reasonable quality apart from the locks that look a bit fragile, as I just said. But I have to remind you that this is the cheapest reasonable vacuum cleaner that I found on Amazon, so just use it in appropriate manner and they should last you years. I hope that this detailed look on all of the elements was at least satisfactory, so let's get our vacuum cleaner up and running.
Okay, so it's time for the initial use. First of all, let's see how long the power cord is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably around 5 meters long. Yeah. So our device is powered on. Let's plug in the hose. Ta-dam, ta-dam. Fits in properly, no problem. I will use one of the small brushes to begin with on this tiny round carpet. I'm just wondering how loud this vacuum cleaner is. We'll see it in a second. And honestly, Actually, it is quite quiet comparing to the one that I own. And the telescopic arm or telescopic pipe. So we'll have the whole set running. Let's see how this one works on flat surfaces. Let's check out this one now. And time to check this one. Okay, so honestly, after the first use, the device seems to be really good. For the price that I paid for it, seems to be spectacular. Let's see how this device fits on the pipe with all the nozzles on it. Is it going to be handy to have them here? I don't really think so. But well, some people like to have everything in one place, so it should do the job. Let's attach the big one. And there's a storage for the big one in here, I think. I don't really think that this is okay. So the idea is that you can rest it like that with the pipe in. I think that this element might break in the future, but well, let's see how it functions. Everything assembled. So now it's time for the final test. Let's see how the container empties into the rubbish bin. So there's a button here. Ta-dam, ta-dam, and we are done, more or less, with cleaning. So if you don't vacuum clean, don't hoover too much every day, that's the thing to go. It is cheap, seems to be really powerful for such a small device with only 700 watts, so it should do the job with no problem, and you should be happy with this very vacuum cleaner. If you want to get one of them, just of course use one of my affiliated links below, and for the time being, that's it. Cut to the next scene.
Just to top this story up, I just want to show you how small this vacuum cleaner is against the Vax that I use every day. And I have to tell you that the small one has better wheel design. My Vax wheels don't really spin when you use it, so the small one seems to be simply better and cheaper.
Well, more or less that's it for today, but remember about watching some other of my videos where one is here, one is here, one is here. And remember about clicking my face somewhere here to subscribe to my glorious BuyOrBuyNot review channel. That's it. Bye bye.